Hello and welcome to the Tractor Shed Bros channel. Today we're going to be learning how to get 100% yield bonus on the crops, and I'll take you through it step by step, buying everything you need. So how about we start with a field? And I think Walter agrees with that, don't you, Walter? Don't you, Walter? Okay, I'm going to take your silence as a yes. Right, since we need a field, let's go and find one. Because it's just for demonstration, I think we're going to buy this field. This is field 3, and to buy it, all you have to do is go to the map, hover over it, and then press the R3 button in and click buy. Ta-da! You are now the proud owner of some land. And if you can see on the field info box, you can go down everything that you really need to know. So it's farmland 3, it's owned by you, the crop type, and at the minute it's wheat, and it says the wheat is ready to harvest. It says growth ready to harvest. Underneath that it says yield bonus, which is what we need to focus on. And that at the minute says 52%, but we can ignore that because we're going to completely gut this field and start from scratch. As you can see underneath yield bonus, it says fertilized 0%. Normally you have to fertilize things twice, but we'll get into that a little bit further in the video. Right then, looks like we're going to be going shopping for some new tractors. So let's head to the car. And here we are at the shop. I'm sure they're going to love us today. And this is the shop. So I'm going to go through what we need to buy in order. And the first thing we need to buy is a tractor. And I tend to go for the medium tractors, even for when it's a small field like the one that we've purchased, just because they have a little bit more power behind them, so you're not going to struggle with the different tools you're going to be using that attach to the tractor. We don't need massive tools, but the tractor will have way enough power just to get through that. So well, you can choose anything that you want in the medium tractors. Most of them are over 100 horsepower. You can see the horsepower on the little engine symbol down near where it says the name of the actual tractor in the white letters. I quite like the Voltra, so you go for whatever you prefer or whatever you can afford at the time. I'm going to go for the Voltra, and I'll set it up and then cut to the next tool. One more thing though before I forget, you always need a 3-point hitch. It's kind of a universal thing. it just works. After the tractor, the next tool that you'll be needing in the field, the first tool that you're going to be needing in the field, if it's like the field that we've bought, which has got crops already in it, or if it's just been harvested, the first tool you're going to need is a mulcher, which are just down here where it says, where it's under the section soil cultivation. And then you select mulchers and go for the one that you feel you can afford, or the one that you think you should be able to try. They're all the same, apart from the amount of power that's needed and the size of them. Really, they go up from smallest to biggest. This first one, for instance, on the engine, the amount of power it will need from your tractor is just 12 horsepower, which is good if you want to use a tiny mulcher, but to get a job done faster, it is always best to go with the bigger tools. And I like to go with, for the field that we have, is either this one for 13,500, which is the TMS2 300D, and that needs 150 horsepower to run. That's why I chose the medium tractor, because 150 horsepower is the minimum on the tractor that we currently have, and so that'll run fine. But the other one that's really good is the Mulcher MM7000, which is 35,000. It folds nicely, it's easy to maneuver, and it's a little bit, well, quite a lot wider. So the job gets done a lot faster. Mulching is one of the faster jobs. So I will purchase this mulcher, which looks like that when it's folded. It's just like a giant lawnmower. Except it'll absolutely tear up a normal garden. And that's that purchased. Okay, so we'll go on to the next tool, which is a plough. Well, we're going to have to find the ploughs, which again, soil cultivation, but it's on the first part of the soil cultivation. You want ploughs. Same as the last tool, you need to choose the correct size and the correct amount of power that you can afford to use from the tractor. Now, this middle plough for our field is probably too big. Probably, but we should have a look at it first. Well, this is going to fold out nicely. So it sort of spreads out using that arm that you might be able to see in the middle. Can't zoom in much further, but there's a little hydraulic arm in the middle of the tool, and that helps it spread out a little bit more so you can cover more ground, so it's easier to use. So I think I will go for this one. So that's that tool. The next tool that we're going to need, which isn't always everybody's preference, but it's a fertilizer, a lime spreader. So we need to just find the fertilizing area. There's seeding, yield improvement, which is where the fertilizer spreaders are. These are probably the better ones. And they don't have much of a difference in how far they spread, but the better one is definitely this one, as it's quite light on the tractor and it has a massive spread of 42 meters, which would get the field done in a very small amount of time. So we're going to purchase this one. When it comes to refilling tools, one thing that I tend to do is I don't refill it myself. There's an option for when you can hire a worker and the worker will buy the fertilizer or the seeds or anything as they work. It'll come out of your money, but you get a good profit at the end of it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. After the seeder is the roller, and there's not many to choose from roller wise. There's this one or this one, and we have to go for this one. It's the smaller of the two. The other one is huge. It's like absolutely ginormous, just for the massive fields. I am only using base game tools, so everybody can definitely have a go at all this without using any mods. This is the roller, and when it unfolds, it's like something from a sci-fi film, almost like Iron Man. It goes with this one because of the colours of Iron Man, but it like opens out and changes its shape, very similar to how Iron Man gets his suit on. And that's it. And we can go and see what we've got in the car park. I'm sure any other people that want to shop here, they won't be happy with us. What a haul of equipment. Look at all that. The only thing I'm a bit concerned about is the plough. It might actually be a bit too big for the job, but oh well. Hopefully it will handle it. And there's the fertilizer, there's the cultivator, there's the seeder, and there's the roller. Again, it's huge, but when it unfolds, it's even bigger. So I think we should make the trip back to the farm to start things off. I suppose we should just get this hooked up now. Oh, that engine sounds nice. Careful. There we go. And let the journey continue. And here we are back at the field. We've got the AI worker doing the mulching. I do find that bit very satisfying. He's done around the edges, which is called the headers. But you watch how good it looks when the mulcher just churns up the wheat, turns it into fine dust, basically. Mulch. And when it's all finished, we can go on to the next step. That is almost finished. One more strip to go. Perfect. Brilliant. Right, on with the next one. So here we are back at the field with the plough, and well, let's get to it. We have to unfold the plough, and then we're going to activate the AI worker straight off the bat. And we'll get to see this thing tear up some turf. So with the ploughing, it's going to start with the up and down bit first, and then do the headers last. Let's see it dig it up. Look at that. Churning the dirt like butter. So we're going to let this one carry on for a little while, and you'll see when it's finished. Again, equally satisfying to watch. Phew, this is hard work. It's nearly done though. Almost there. Nearly time for tea. And we're just about done. And then guess where we're going? Back to the shop to collect the rest. So now we're doing the first load of spreading. Just fertilizer everywhere, and it should be done in a very small amount of time. So I might not have to jump cut all of this. Are we ready? Oh, the tractor's already filthy. But that's what we like, because we know it's hard working. That's it. Right, back once again, and this time I'm going to check the field because it should be 50% fertilized. There you go. Bottom right hand corner it says Farmland 3 owned by you, fertilized 50%. And there's no crops growing in it yet, but you cultivate first and that should embed the fertilizer in, and then when we seed it'll fertilize again, so it should be 100% fertilized by the time we finish seeding. But first it's cultivation. This makes it so it's easier to seed. Which helps with the yield. And we'll set off the worker now. See, it turns from deep trenches from the plough to nice fine land from the cultivator. It's just easier to get the seeds into the ground much better. Right, and we'll just let him do his thing. There it is, last line. Last line in cultivating. Next up, seeding. Right, let's get on with the seeding. The seeding does show a bit of a distinct marking into the dirt to know that it's been done. With planters, it's more prominent. You can see a lot more of them that's been actually planted on. As you can see, the line definition is slightly different with the seeder. And I guess we'll see you when this is done. And we're almost done with the seeding. Just a little bit further to go. And you can clearly tell the difference now between the line structure. Right, on with the next lot. Right, so this is it. The last part that we need to do is rolling. And this looks like a great Star Wars shot. Da 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 da. The roller as I've already said, is a huge tool. But it's also the last tool that we need to get the 100% yield bonus. And I'll show you this now. I'll hop out the tractor and I will show you the amount of yield bonus we'll get at the moment. And the roller, as you can see, it says it's growing because it's growing, but the yield bonus is 97% and it's fertilized 100%. So 3% more to get 100%, and that will purely come from the roller. It's worth it when it's harvesting. There's nothing to stop you getting absolutely all the seeds you could possibly get. So let's crack on with it. And you can tell that this tractor has worked a lot today, because look at how filthy she is. Proper clogged up with some dirt. Just how we like it. Remember how I said this is like something from a sci-fi film? Let's check this out when I unfold it. It's a beauty of a tool. It's so heavy it's pulled the tractor back. Dead cool. Alright, let's see it move. And we'll hop back to when it's done. Right, this is it, all finished. And it's the moment of truth. Did we get the full 3% that we needed? What do you think? Yeah, of course we did. Because you followed my guide. And hopefully you'll be able to follow again. Well, if you got this far, I congratulate you. And if you enjoy what you saw and learned something, you can keep up to date with more videos like these, if you want. If so, please like and subscribe. Also, leave a cheeky little comment on your thoughts. But be kind in the comments, or we'll have to set Walter on you. Like that, will you?